Houston, we have a problem. Or maybe I should say Moscow, we have a problem. Wasn't it the Russian rocket that just went down last week because of issues? But anyhow, no, Farmer MD has a problem. I've got filler plates. I'm taking the filler plates out since we're done with corn, going to soybeans. Taking the filler plates out, I've got 4 filler plates, each with 1 bolt that I cannot get out because the bolt has rounded off. I've got an impact socket here, but I can't get the bolt off. And I'm blaming it on the Milwaukee impact wrench. That's what we put the filler plates in with. I realize now I had it on the wrong setting. I've got those bolts in there too tight, and they get worn a little bit each time as that crop goes through there, the bolts that is. And I guess they just got worn enough this go round. I can't get them off, so I'm going to do some beating and banging and cussing, and I don't know. I'm going to try a chisel first. If that doesn't work, maybe we'll weld another bolt onto it, or we may have to end up cutting these bolts out. I don't want to go to either of those options, only because fire in a combine does not go well. I've blown it off pretty good. I think I've got all of the, well, no. I've got 95% of the dust in dirt and trash out of it. It's always that 5%. That's what can catch on fire. Okay, so I'm going to work on this morning. Wind is blowing. It's about, well, it was 46 degrees this morning when I woke up. It is drying today. I'm not going to get this finished today, I know, but maybe tomorrow it'll be dry enough somewhere that we can cut beans somewhere. I don't know. We're going to give it a shot if we can get this up and going. I did have a bearing that I had to replace here on the feeder house drive, a bearing back behind there. I could hear the humming in the cab while I was cutting corn, so I knew something was up. So I pulled all of this apart yesterday evening and realized it was a bearing behind there about to go bad. Was not bad yet, but about to go bad. I had one on the shelf. Put that back together. That wasn't a whole lot to it. I don't know of anything else I've got to do to the machine other than get those filler plates out, and then just final adjustments and a grease job with the handy dandy Milwaukee grease gun here. So I don't know if I'll get any interesting footage, but we'll see. Hold tight. Okay, that is one down, 3 more to go. And the others are not in a good spot like that one was. I've got them in the corners. This one, then there's one on the other side. I'm not sure where the third one is, but okay, that is playing with fire on a combine. I do have the water hose nearby in the event that I need it. I just needed to put enough heat to it that then I could turn it myself, and that's what seemed to work. Okay, I think I have everything complete on the combine and ready to roll. I've pulled the header out of the barn. That looks good. Everything is greased and ready to go. But you know, I said that about corn, and I made one pass around the field when we started shelling corn after going over the combine, and I had a chain break. So you just never know about a machine that's 20 plus years old. You can check everything and shake the bearings and look at the belts and do your inspection, but hey, it's the luck of the draw. Sometimes you just don't know till you get in the field. So we will get in the field tomorrow and get started. I see my neighbors are cutting today. The wind has been blowing, so it's a drying day. I'm just going to give it an extra day because the soybeans, the first ones that I'm going to cut, I want to no-till wheat behind those soybeans. So I don't want to track up the field. So I want to let it dry as much as possible so we don't track that field up, so we'll have a good level field to plant that wheat in. So we'll see. I'm sure there's going to be places that are going to be muddy that we will make a mess, but it's starting to get late. It is October 18th, I guess it is. Yeah, October 18th, and we haven't cut the first soybean yet, so that's a bit unusual for us. But as I said, we will get started tomorrow and see how things go. I'm not going to promise you any video. I'm just not feeling it for some reason. But hey, we'll see. There's always a chance. Yeah, these are the soybeans we're going to start cutting tomorrow. Hey, dove season, I hear shots over there in the distance. Yeah, I assume that's what it is. I was at Purdue last week delivering corn, and they had gotten a few load of soybeans in then, and the quality was not good. They were horrible looking soybeans, but well, here's one here. That one's a little bit shriveled up there in the pod. The other two are good, but that one is shriveled up. Let's look at another one here. It's hard to do this with one hand. Those look okay. Got a little bit of, maybe a little bit of mold on it. It's not the best looking bean, but it is better than what I saw at Purdue. Wow, those samples they had there were pretty, yeah, those are all good looking soybeans. So fingers crossed that the quality on these are good. They look good out here in the field. Decent pod set on here. I do have a few 1 and 2 pods, or 1 and 2 beans per pod. Number of 3s. Looks like for the most part they've all filled out pretty decent. So time will tell. I'm guessing, I would guess these are 50 bushel, 45, 50 bushel soybeans, but we don't know until the combine gets in the field. So Ground is a little damp, a little soft. This was, these were no-till soybeans out here. But now that I recall, I did go across the ends with a field cultivator just to level the ends up some, so that's why that's a little bit soft there. But okay, out here it's not quite as bad where it was not tilled up, so we may be okay. Fingers crossed, we'll hope for the best. So as I said earlier, not sure how much video footage I'll get for you, but we'll see what we can do. All right, see ya.